Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. There is no question today's game could be defined by the passing game. The Steelers are top 10 in pass yards, and they're going up against the Broncos, who will need to be ready to cover a lot of space.
Larry, despite the elements, these fans here in western Pennsylvania, they wouldn't dream of missing this one as you get a look inside snowy Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, good footwork on the spin. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, second down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. And Bryant's got it over the middle. He got 29 yards that time.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Von Miller in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. And the back goes into motion. Dobbs now on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Gun, Dobbs. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Keith Marshall, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Well, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Here's Marshall, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
On 2nd down, Dobbs. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run with Marshall. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Here's Dobbs to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. Right?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Denver getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Second down, 8. Out of the gun, Lynch. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Lynch. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Lynch looking to throw on second. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll get it out to midfield. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. False start there. That will set the offense back 5 yards.
Brandon, the lineman, certainly flinched there before the snap. A good call.
And the yellow flag hurts this offense, and now they face a tough 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Lynch. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
This is Marshall. And he's got room. 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Keith Marshall with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And he's got it up and through. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
A big play there on 3rd down for the Broncos. 52 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. Lynch on the keeper, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And McManus able to put it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Now Marshall. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. To throw is Dobbs. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Back to throw Dobbs. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, Because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here we go! Ohio!
On first down, Dobbs to throw. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Keith Marshall on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Now let's go! All right, now look at 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Launching one for Henderson. It got his man complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A gain of 32 that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Back there in that belly. Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Lynch. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Javon Hargrave in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Lynch now, work to do, certainly after that sack. This is 3rd and long.
Watch it now, Barney, set, Green, Leopard.
From the gun, Lynch. He's going to sling this deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Bryant with a catch right side. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now, before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on, let's go.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Now Dobbs. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now Dobbs. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards.
Let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Green's got it over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And this is complete. It's Marshall. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Keith Marshall in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Lynch. And now here is another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to about to start the third quarter, but things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
And the route is on here in this first half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get it.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Keith Marshall, 36 yards. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. A strong running. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Here we go now.
Operating from the gun. Lynch. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Javon Hargrave in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Lynch now, work to do, certainly, after that sack. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney.
A fake to Anderson, now it's Lynch. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Here's Riley Dixon now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, this one's going toward the sideline. They'll try to play keep away from Beckham. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Keith Marshall, 50 yards. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Keith Marshall taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. well for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Lynch to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. I'm ready now for 2nd and 9.
All right, now, look at 56. All right, now, look at 56. Watch it now, Barney. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Lynch connecting with Sanders, and the Broncos convert on 3rd down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So the penalty by the offense, and now they face a 1st and 15. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 21, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
It's Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And he'll give it here to his running back. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 46 yards. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So it'll be 1st down here after the run. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. Oh, and now he bowls him over. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a handoff looking right. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And now here's a carry heading left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. As they run left side. He will push his way down to about the 14th. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Now that run is one to build on, and I know it sounds like a cliche and it seems like a simple thing, but truthfully, coaches are always looking for something to pull out of a tough day. And right now, this team has had one of those. So that run there, I guarantee that's a clip and save as they move forward and look towards the next game. And he'll tell his team, this is what we're looking for. This is what we planned for. Let's have more of this to start games as opposed to getting it at the end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. To throw is Lynch. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bud Dupree. The big fella. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. 10. 5. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And coming out now, the Broncos. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Oh, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for Pittsburgh, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll be at home for one next week against the Oakland Raiders. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.